So we got brand new numbers regarding the Nintendo Switch hardware and software sales that came in as of December 31st. We didn't get it December 31st, we just got it now, but these numbers are of December 31st, 2024. Welcome back, my friends, to another video here on the channel. If you enjoy Nintendo content, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more, and all the good stuff, especially with this year. Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out, and we plan to cover a lot of it, Lord willing, because it's gonna be big, man. I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. So let's talk about some of these brand new numbers, because it's very interesting, because the Nintendo Switch is slowly climbing to the second spot of the best-selling console of all time. The question is, will it hit number one? So as of December 31st, you guys can see it up on screen, there is 150.86 million Nintendo Switch units that have been sold, which is absolutely insane if you think about it. Now, you can see some of the hardware for, some of the other consoles. Obviously the DS, or sorry, the 3DS was 75.94 million, which I thought was a little bit higher than that, but I guess not. The Wii U obviously did not sell good, 13.56 million, which honestly, I think the Wii U to the Nintendo Switch is something to point out that, you can't ever count Nintendo out. They had a bad run with the Wii U, unfortunately, which I don't think the Wii U was that bad. I think it was just kind of like mostly, how the games were coming out. They had a lot of big games come out, like kind of in clumps, right? Many in the same month, and then there'd be like dry spells, but now they've been kind of stretching it out a little bit more consistently, like, every month almost there's a big game coming out. But anyways, the Wii U going from 13.56 million and coming back with the Nintendo Switch to 150 million is just insane. Obviously, the Wii was another great selling console, but I mean, the Nintendo Switch has passed that a long time ago, 101.63 million. But the one that it has not yet passed is actually the Nintendo DS. Not the 3DS, but the DS. The original DS sold 154.02 million. And the top selling console is not on this list because this is just Nintendo. But again, you can see some of the different hardware in here. The top selling console of all time is the PlayStation 2, which is sitting at 160 million. So we got about just roughly under 10 million more to go for the Nintendo Switch to hit that number one spot. The question is, can they do it? I think maybe we should all just go out and buy a second Nintendo Switch if we can't. No, just kidding. But yeah, it's close. I think it's gonna probably pass the the Nintendo DS. But the PlayStation 2 is going to be a hard one to beat. So, especially after Sony kind of inflated the numbers on the PS2, a couple months ago, which was kind of interesting to say the very least. In terms of software, we got a bunch of software you guys can see also up on screen. And again, I'm going to link down in the description below if you guys want to go to the actual website and see all this for yourself. It's just on nintendo.co.jp, basically the Japanese Nintendo website and whatnot. But the point is, a lot of software sales, you can see, right? Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 67.35 million, which is pretty huge. I think it's a safe bet that, most people that, are getting a Nintendo Switch are most likely going to get Mario Kart as well. I mean, that's roughly what? Kind of half, almost, right? Well, actually under half. That's technically under half, but it's still pretty good. It's still a pretty good attachment rate. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, yeah, in terms of software, like I said, a lot of different software numbers here. I'm not going to read them all, but you guys can see them. We'll just kind of like scroll through them. You're probably used to seeing these by now, because we've kind of, went through these time and time again. The numbers have slightly shifted, but yeah, software's doing pretty good as well. But the hardware is the main kind of point of all of this, which is, again, 150.86 million, almost 151 million, which is a big number. So let me know in the comments below. Do you guys think this is gonna end up the number one best selling console of all time? Do you think it's gonna pass PS2? At 160 million, or what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And again, keep it locked for everything else Nintendo. It's going to be a big year with the Nintendo Switch 2, and hopefully Nintendo can still pull some big numbers with the Switch 2. Probably not as big, obviously, as the Nintendo Switch. I mean, especially when we're looking at the DS to the 3DS, right? You see kind of a drop off, right? DS 154 million, and then the 3DS, which is basically, it's kind of like what Nintendo is doing with the Nintendo Switch to the Nintendo Switch 2. It's like a new console. It's not just a mid-generation refresh. It's a new console that's more powerful, but it's obviously primarily based off a previous console, so like the DS to the 3DS, right? And now the Nintendo Switch to the Nintendo Switch 2. So, and this is something that Nintendo's done a lot of. There's a little bit more changes between the Game Boy to the Game Boy Advance, but kind of sort of similar gist of things there as well for the most part. But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, and hope to see you guys soon. Another one. Tell them your friends. Game on. Thanks for watching.